Welcome everybody to the Week 10 Gamers in Football Fantasy Football League recap of Week 10. Today we're going to be talking about the matchups that went on this past week. The Cowboys rant, of course, we got to have. And of course, we're also going to choose next week's picks as well. So let's get straight into it. First up, we got Strider versus Milligan, and Strider was able to pull out the dub 124 to 109. Starting out at the quarterback positions, both guys performed very well. Dobbs walked away with 27 points, throwing for 268 passing yards and a rushing TD. That's solid. And a pass TD, so that's solid, 27 points. Joe Burrow's really starting to step into his real self. I'm really happy for him. You know, I had to give him up because he just really wasn't popping off at the beginning, but it's good to see him now. And at least he ain't scoring over 30, so that's good to see. But he threw for 347 yards. 2 passing touchdowns and 2 interceptions. So, damn, he actually could have scored more if he didn't have those picks. But he was playing definitely against a Houston team that was really bullying that game. And they caught that L, too. That game was super exciting. At the wide receiver positions, we got Strider going with Stephon Diggs and Tyler Lockett. Tyler Lockett is actually going to be questionable for next week, but he went off for 19 points with 92 reception yards. He had a reception touchdowns and 8 catches. Geno Smith is really looking for him, so he's really starting to step up. Had him as well, gave him up, but it's good to see him perform well. Stephon Diggs, man, just that Bills team in general is looking really, really sketch right now. Stephon only gave him 4 points, but he was still able to pull out the dub with the drop of this, so Tyler Lockett really showed out. So a lot of strength in that wide receiver position, but Milligan's wide receivers, man, at least one went freaking crazy. Keenan Allen with 35 points, bro, 175 rushing yards, 2 reception touchdowns, and 11 targets. Jesus Christ. That's a lot of points from that wide receiver position, but let's see if he's going to do it next week, because right now it does say he's questionable, and they still caught that L to Detroit. And, of course, I freaking Jared Goff, but, you know, that's a whole different story. At the running back positions, we had Rachaad White and Edwards on Strider's team. They were able to combine 25 points. I still expect big things to still come out from the Colts, so definitely be on the lookout for Taylor. And as well as Rachaad White ended out the year, they definitely should be putting up a lot more numbers, getting a lot more touches. So he had Tank Dell, I believe that's his name. Damn, 15 points. That's solid. Jesus Christ. And Saquon Barkley. Saquon, dang, -5 rushing yards, but only gave him 6 points. Yeah, that's pretty tough. Kicker only gave, see, that's a Buffalo kicker. See, they was kind of trash, bruh. Kind of trash with 2 points, but it's all good, Milligan. But the Las Vegas Raiders kicker got 14 on it. Sheesh. She had 2 field goals between 40 and 49 yards, 1 from 50 plus, and then a PAT made. Jesus Christ. Defenses that they had, Buffalo defense did not show up, and neither did their offense. And then Pittsburgh gave them 8. So that was GG's to Strider, man. And let's move on. Next up, we got C Live going against Raymond. Glad to see C Live getting his second dub of the year. Unfortunately, he had Lamar Jackson only dropping 11 points. That must have definitely hurt him. He had Ja'Marr Chase going for 20. He had Montgomery going for 17, which is solid. And luckily, that Cleveland defense showed up against the Baltimore Ravens and gave him 15. So that was a big, big step for him. Although Raymond did lose, it was exciting to see CJ Stroud go crazy. He's definitely a talented quarterback, and he's really starting to get his swagger and into his stride. And it looks like the organization is really starting to really support the kid. So be expecting this number to definitely be a lot higher in the next coming weeks. Tyler Boyd went crazy for 15. Even though they lost, it's good to see him get some targets. Cook, this 10 could have definitely been in the 15 to 20 range if the Buffalo Bills would have played a better game. Like after the fumble, they just leave him in no more at that point. Ferguson from the Cowboys gave him 10. Hallelujah. GG's to see Live. Let's go to the next game. We have Alex versus Kevin, and Kevin was able to come out the dub, although he didn't fix his roster. And I know Alex also had Tua as well as Tyreek Hill, so they were out. But this is a game that he could lose. He still resides in first place. Yeah, it looks like neither one of them did their rosters that much, but Baltimore was able to give him 14, so that's cool. But this was definitely a game that Alex could have dropped, and unfortunately, Kevin didn't fix his roster, but he still came out with the dub. St. Brown dropped 26 for him, so that's what's up. Eckler getting close to that 20 range again, so hopefully next week he stays on it, and we know Tua and Tyreek Hill will be back off bye, so we'll see big things coming from Alex this next coming week, that's who I go up against, so that's going to be pretty exciting. In the next game, we got Dream Eaters versus Bam Bam 619, and GG's to Sam against Brandon. He had Geno Smith go out for 28 points, which is really good. He had Olave with 18, Walker to 3 with 19. See, of course, Mr. McCaffrey, Mr. Reliable, gave him 17. And then Alvin Kamara gave him 15. D-Hop with 14. That's the other D-Hopkins. That's not my D-Hopkins. I'm like, God damn, that's a lot of points. So overall, he scored a lot in the double digits. We're on the other end. Unfortunately, Ingram didn't show up that well. Cook didn't show up that well, and neither did Shaheed. So him not getting the double digits there really kind of hurt him, as well as not putting in a kicker. But other than that, having Dak Prescott in the game, dropping 45, that's incredible. Adams only got 11, but that's still good that he's in the double digits. Warren gave him 18, and then Mike Evans gave him 23. So just a little bit of adjustments there, Jedi, and you probably could have went away with that dub. But GG's, man, that looked like a really close match, man. I unfortunately caught the L to Hero, man. I wouldn't say it was down to the wire, but it kind of was, all because of this. Right? That 15 really hurt a brother. So I don't really know what's going on with the Bills. Like, I just don't get it, man. They have all the weapons. Like, Josh Allen has all the weapons, including his legs, and he just can't finish, man. So it was tough seeing that. But Kyler Murray was able to put up 17. That really helped him out in the game. D-Hop, so my D-Hop only gave me 4, bro. He only gave me 4 points, man. That definitely hurts. Whereas on the other end, he got CeeDee Lamb. Ooh, Lamb talk. But although I was going up against him, I'm still a Cowboy fan, so I'm still rooting for him. But goddamn, 34 is insane. GG's on that. I had put in Brandon Ayuk as my wide receiver 2. He gave me 13, which is really good going into the final ends of the regular season. I really expect him to get a lot more targets, so I'm really glad I had him in. Addison from Minnesota only gave him 8, but I definitely see that number climbing a lot. That kid is really good, a lot of potential, and I think him and Dobbs are going to hook up a lot. Behind Robinson gave him 17 points, whereas Mixon only gave me 11. Gibbs gave me 24, which is solid, man. I really hope he gets the ball a lot more. I know Montgomery's back, but I need him. I need him to get the rock. Ford only gave him 11 points. At the tight end positions, he had Taysom Hill, who only gave him 3, but Kittle got 19 for your boy. You know what I'm saying? So he was kind of, he was going crazy. I got a lot of guys in the double digits, man. I had Josh Jacobs going for 10. He got Zay Flowers going for 9. McPherson, my kicker, I had to pick him up out of the wire. He was able to, come through and give me 11 while my other kicker was on a bye. And his kicker only had 3, but this one, man, San Francisco 20. My goodness. Like, I knew that game was going to be like a defensive performance, but I didn't think it was going to be this. Points allowed, as well as 5 sacks and 2 interceptions. But Chicago, yeah, that didn't really go so well for me. So GG's to Edward on this game, man. It was a real close one, man. Josh Allen, you better get your shit together, because I'm on you. I'm on your ass, man. Come on. Get it right, Ja. Now that we've given you the recap of Week 10, let's get into this Cowboy rant. And what more can I say? Like, what more is there to argue about? Because the Cowboys put up numbers, man. In the receiving category, we got Brandon Cooks for 9 targets, 173 yards, and he got a touchdown. CeeDee Lamb for 11 targets, 151 yards. He got a touchdown. Michael Gallup got 2 targets, and he got a touchdown. And Jake Ferguson got 4 targets, and he got a touchdown. So it looks like Dak Prescott is really utilizing all his weapons now. He's comfortable. He has a wide receiver 1, which is CeeDee Lamb, and it looks like he is very comfortable of looking off CeeDee Lamb for numerous of reasons and hit another target and still make them shine and still put points on the board. So, again, Dak Prescott, keep doing what you're doing. Defensive side of the ball, stay hungry, stay active going into this next week, and let's pull out another dub, 2 in a row, and let's get back on track for the Super Bowl, man. So that's it for the Cowboys rant, and now we're on to next week's picks, and I'll be writing these down too. So we got Bengals versus the Ravens. Let's see where the game is at. So the game is at, I think Bengals might clear house. I think the Bengals are taking that one. I really think the Bengals might take that one. Steelers versus the Browns. I'm going to have to go the Browns, especially after what they just did this past week against the Ravens. They really shown up. Raiders versus the Dolphins. I had to go with the Dolphins. Sorry, Raider Nation. It's the Dolphins. Like, what am I supposed to do? They're the Dolphins. It don't matter where that game is at. Lions versus Bears, I'm going Lions. All right, I'm going Lions. That's a for sure right on. That's a for sure. Titans and the Jags, I'm going to go with the Titans, man. That's my team. I'm going to rock with them. Sorry, Sunshine. Packers and Chargers, I'll go Chargers. Respectfully go for the Chargers. Cardinals and Texans, I'm going with Texans. They really messing up people right now. Cowboys and Panthers, you already know who I'm going with. Cowboys Nation. You know what I mean? Commanders and Giants, I'll go to Commanders. Buccaneers and the 49ers, I'll go 49. Jets and the Billies. Bills, they better freaking win. Seahawks and the Rams, I'll go Seahawks on that one. Go Seahawks. I've never been the one to root for a Rams. You feel me? Never, ever. Vikings versus Broncos country. That's tough. That's tough. Where the game at? Oh, it is in Denver. Because they just got a dub. They just got a dub. You know what? It's Sunday Night Football. Let's ride. I'm going with the Broncos. I don't care. I'll go with the Broncos. Eagles versus Chiefs. I'll go with Chiefs. I'm not on Patrick Mahomes. So to end out the stream, we got for this week's picks, we got the Bengals, Browns, Dolphins, Lions, Broncos, Chiefs, Titans, Chargers, Texans, Cowboys, Commanders, 49ers, Bills, and the Seahawks. That's who we going with. That's like that. That's what we're going with. Other than that, everybody, thank you. Thanks a lot for tuning in for Gamers and Football Fantasy this week. Make sure to be back for week 11. All right, y'all. All love. Peace out.